When her father-in-law excluded her from the division of the family estate, she rushed to the hospital the next moment and cancelled the $8 million medical payment she had just fronted for him. On the night of the New Year's Eve dinner, the family gathered around the table to celebrate their patriarch's successful fight against cancer and his discharge from the hospital. The eldest and second daughters-in-law took turns toasting him. Their words were as sweet as honey, and their flattery had the old man grinning from ear to ear. When it came to the quiet third daughter-in-law's turn, she mentioned the $8 million treatment bill the hospital had demanded. She had already paid it all. The doctors said the outlook for his follow-up treatment was optimistic, and that in the new year he would certainly be cured of cancer. Those words instantly changed the old man's expression. He thought bringing up cancer during the new year was bad luck. The woman tried to explain but was cut off by her father-in-law. In the next instant, he pulled out several property deeds, claiming he had a piece of joyful news to announce. He would divide the houses he owned among his daughters-in-law. The eldest daughter-in-law received a seafront condo. The second daughter-in-law received a home in a prized school district. The fourth daughter-in-law was given a downtown marital home. The woman, the third daughter-in-law, was not given any property. The father-in-law said her household income was high, arguing she could afford a house and didn't need this one. Upon hearing that, her heart sank. She was about to speak but her husband stopped her, telling her not to make a scene over pride during the new year. The two sisters-in-law sneered at her from the side. At that moment she could no longer contain herself. She slapped her husband's hand away, stood up, and confronted her father-in-law. "I paid $8 million for your treatment and it didn't cure you," she demanded. "Does that mean I'm not even entitled to one of your houses?" The two sisters-in-law continued their snide remarks. The father-in-law told her she needed to broaden her outlook. The woman finally saw the true colors of his family. She refused to stay any longer and turned to leave. After she left, the Zhou family continued to point fingers at her behind her back. Her husband smiled and went along with them, thinking his wife was just throwing a tantrum, and that she would calm down soon. Soon after, he stormed out in anger to chase after her, accusing her of being immature and embarrassing him. Looking at her husband, the woman felt completely estranged. That $8 million had been raised by selling the only property her parents had left her. Her husband remained indifferent, his mind full only of his reputation and his father's health. By then the woman was utterly disillusioned. "Since you all take my sacrifices for granted and think I'm easy to bully, I'll show you the consequences of being bloodsuckers." Early the next morning, the woman went straight to the hospital. She took out the document she had signed earlier to make medical arrangements more convenient, the agreement that explicitly named her as the sole financier and decision-maker. She demanded that her father-in-law's top-tier treatment package be terminated immediately. The nurses warned her repeatedly that if treatment was stopped his condition would deteriorate rapidly, and that the $2 million already spent would be wasted. But the woman signed the agreement without hesitation. At that moment the Zhou family were still criticizing her for not staying home on the first day of the new year. Suddenly, a phone call from the hospital sent the whole family into a panic.